Having a good time? Well, that's great. I sure do enjoy talking to all my customers.
Meet Mr. Chafee, an animatronic character that sits in the front of the End of the Commons General Store in Mesopotamia, known for being Ohio's oldest general store.
100 years ago was a Chafee family that owned the store. So that's why we named this character Mr. Chafee. We just got him all redone. He's been in this chair for like 20 years.
While Mr. Chafee has been around for 20 years, the business has been around considerably longer, since 1840. Owner Peter Shaden says what's more interesting than Mr. Chafee is the chair he sits in.
This is a barber's chair. You know, back in the olden days, when you came in here, you could get your hair cut or your teeth pulled by the same person. So you had to make sure what you wanted done, you told him before you got into the chair, because he had all the tools for either job. We have the original barber's chair that we stuck in the corner here, and a lot of it is just to let people realize what the old general store was to the town.
Well, you have a good time as you walk through the store.
The photos that you see on top of the piano are my family, so there's 11 of us. And of course my mom and dad, so there's 13 of us. So all of us worked here at one time or another throughout the years.
Shaden's parents bought the business in 1982. Back then, the general store was only about 3,000 square feet.
10 years in, we added, another couple thousand square feet. And then in 2010 is when we did our big expansion, put a wastewater treatment plant in for ourselves because our town doesn't have central sewage. So when we did that, that allowed us to put in public restrooms, allowed us to put in kitchen and bakery and a number of different items. So when we did that, we added on another 4,000 or 5,000 square feet and connected to the gas station. So all in all, we're about 13,000 square feet, but 10,000 of retail. Of course, fry pies. You don't come to Mesopotamia and to End of the Commons without getting a fry pie. If you never had a fry pie, they're the best.
We mix the dough up in a big mixer and then we roll it out. We just cut them in small circles. So then we put the dough on the crimper and we put a little bit of filling in. And we just roll it, and there's our fry pies. And then that's what they look like when they come out of the deep fryer.
Rhoda Byler has been a baker here for 5 years.
I bake almost every single day. I bake bread, Danish, some cream cheese tarts, brownies, and then like 6 different kinds of cookies.
But the baked goods aren't the only items drawing customers. Many come for the store's wide array of nostalgic treats.
We offer like 28 different kinds of penny candy that actually sell for 1 cent each. When I was a little kid, we used to come here before we purchased the store and buy penny candy. So it's a good generation thing that's been going on. And of course, parents can give their kids 50 cents and it keeps their kids occupied while they're off doing something else. So it's a win-win for everybody, really. We have 11 doors here of soda pop. It's in glass bottles, and they're all about 12-ounce glass bottles. We have over 200 different flavors. Of course, everybody knows Dad's root beer and flavors like Big Red. We also have our own root beer that's bottled for us. So this is what we call our taffy wagon. There's, I believe, 32 or 35 different flavors. We go through about 1,000 pounds every 6 weeks.
Even the store's decorations are meant to take customers back in time.
When my parents first bought the store, half the building was closed off from the public, and it was filled with all this what we call antiques now, but back then it was just stuff that just didn't sell over the years. So they just jammed it in the back room. Well, as my parents needed that space, we started cleaning the stuff up and finding out it's stuff that we couldn't throw in the trash. So then we just put it on the top shelves where that space is unusable and started displaying it. Some of the things like the motorcycles and gas pumps and things we've added on just because, we have fun with some of those items. Everybody, as we get older, they want to remember their childhood, and we have lots of things that bring good memories here.
It's special because it's a small town. It's been here for a long time. I like working here because it's just a nice atmosphere, friendly people to work with, just a nice small business.
The general store was a major icon in small towns. You see a lot of these buildings still in small towns, but a lot of times they're abandoned and run down. So, we're fortunate that, we're still operating in 2017, and people seem to really enjoy it.